Kandia with Kandia Haynesworth Designs, and thank you so much for joining in today. We have a video topic request coming from an enrolled embroidery mentoring student. I will keep her first name confidential as she does have a unique name. Normally, I will identify the first name and the state that they are sending the request from, but she have a unique name and she's also a member of the group Embroidery Boss, and I have a promise to all enrolled students that I will keep their identity and their company's identity confidential. And so, I want to do that, but I will identify this question as question number 153. And the question is, what is the number one thing that hurts an embroidery business? Now, before I give my answer, I want to tell you that this is just my opinion. No studies have been made. No expert groups came in and did a 10-year study on this. This is just my personal opinion. And I also want to say that this answer can be applied to any kind of business, really. Before I was an embroidery business owner, I also owned a medical scrub store. And so, I sold uniforms to local hospitals and the local medical programs in the schools and the culinary chef programs and so forth. But ideally, I still say that this answer that I'm about to give is what hurt that business. And if you are not careful as an embroidery business owner, this will hurt your business. And so my answer is this. This is what I think is the number one thing that will hurt an embroidery business. Blind spots. Blind spots are the number one thing that can hurt your embroidery business. Blind spots are areas in the embroidery business that are obstructed. These obstructed areas are extremely dangerous because, simply put, what pitfalls and danger zones you can't see can hurt your embroidery business. Sometimes blind spots are right in the face of the embroidery business owner, and we ignore them or neglect them. Or perhaps we're not experienced enough to recognize them. The most common blind spot is believing others have them, but you don't. Sometimes we are so proud of our embroidery business, our ego convinces us we're doing everything right and all that we can to contribute to its success. Having this attitude will definitely blind you, and you will miss all the danger zones and pitfalls until your embroidery business are in them. So what can you do? You can check your email because I've already sent you your mentorship plan with 5 different things that you can do to avoid these pitfalls and danger zones. And for the rest of you, I'll give you one of those tips. Here's what you can do. Is this a plug-in for my embroidery mentoring program? Of course it is. You can hire me. I can do your social media assessment, review and develop your embroidery service contracts, create and incorporate a product line, and so forth. I can be those outside professional eyes every business needs. So call or text me at 570-733-4300 to discuss it. But suppose I'm not available. You can utilize another set of eyes. That's right, another set of eyes. Let me break this down. You can do a soft evaluation on your company's blind spot. You can do this by hiring an outside social media managing company to do your social presence assessments, or you can hire a sibling, a friend, a cousin, someone who is 21 of age or older, okay? And so we don't want to recruit our teenage daughter or our teenage son, even though we may trust their judgment and so forth. We really want to recruit someone who is an adult, and it doesn't have to be a young adult, okay? It can be a seasoned adult. It can be an aunt. It can be your mom. It is someone who you really trust their judgment, okay? It's really important too. You want to, ask them to be loyal, ask them to be upfront. You want them to be honest with you, okay? What I mean by loyal is you want them to kind of commit to this project, so you don't want to kind of go with someone who does, I'm in today, I'm out tomorrow. That's not going to help you, okay? And so you want to give them a time frame as well on how long you will need their help. So this could be a day, this could be a week, week, whatever the time frame is, whatever time that you guys can work out, you just want to kind of recruit them. Start out by doing a soft evaluation on your social media pages. So if you are not going to be using a social media managing company, someone that is, this is what they do all day, they just kind of watch people's pages, and you are going to go with a family member or friend, keep in mind that this may be easy for them to access if they are already on social media, so they are likely to want to help you, okay? And if you have someone that is on Facebook and Instagram, and you're on Facebook and Instagram for your embroidery business, even better, okay? Because once again, this is going to be the easiest to assess out of all the blind spots in your embroidery business. Assessing your social media presence is going to be the easiest. It's also going to be the least time consuming. All right, and so you want to present this like this is not something that's going to take a lot of your time. This is not something that you are going to make a headache for them. This is just something that you would like for them to do for you, and it is as a favor, kind of, sort of, right? And to be quite frank, your family members and friends may not be qualified to identify other blind spots in your embroidery business. So you may be able to utilize them only to perform these soft evaluations or these social media assessments. So take advantage of it. So what if you don't know how to tell them how to perform a social media assessment? What can you do next? Here's what you can do when you don't know what to do next. You can call Kandia Haynesworth Designs at 570-733-4300 or text me your inquiry and I can possibly help you out. For a fee, of course. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here's what you can do. First, you can grab your pencil and you can grab a piece of paper and you can write these down. Here's what you can do. The first thing that you are going to do is you are going to make it easy. Okay, so this is not going to turn into a headache. This is not going to be a science project. Remember, they are helping you out, and so you want to make it as easy as possible for them. Next, you're going to tell your family members or friends that you would like them to perform 3 social media assessments on 3 embroidery companies, and one of those embroidery companies are going to be yours. Number 4, you're going to give them a clear destination. So you're going to tell them exactly where to go onto this company's page. Okay, so we're not sending them all over the place. One area is where they are going, and one area is where they will perform the soft evaluation. And lastly, which is number 5, you want to give them clear instructions on what to look for in a company, in the embroidery company that they are going to be performing the assessment on, as well as yours. So you are going to ask them to look at their product line. You want to see the quality of photos and pricing. Obviously, you have to know what they are selling their items for. And if you have a really patient person, someone who's really excited about helping you out, you can ask them to even inquire about their policy and their turnaround or delivery time frame. Let's recap. An embroidery mentoring student enrolled in my program made a video topic request asking, what did I think was the number one thing that hurts embroidery businesses? My answer was blind spots, ignoring them, neglecting them, or not being experienced enough to identify them can cause your embroidery company to stumble right into pitfalls and danger zones. My student received a mentorship plan on 5 strategies to avoid this, and I shared one with you. By performing a social media assessment, a soft social media assessment, you can compare your company to what other embroidery companies are doing. All right, and you can actually kind of see if they may be able to possibly, or if they are even prepared to avoid pitfalls that you may have ignored, neglected, or maybe not even experienced enough to recognize it. And so now I would like to show you how that's done. But I realize by now you've spent more than 10 minutes, more than 12 minutes probably with me, and you probably need a break, just like I need a break. And so right now I'm going to take a break, and I will see you in part 2 of this video.